introduction, you can show someone to our, what's our constitutional republic all about, and what is free markets, what are free markets all about, and what really is the basis of our republic. The overview of America has been viewed by, we estimate, around 10 million, but it's probably more than that. Just by YouTube counts and by numbers of DVDs we've distributed, etc. Oh, and Jack, there's a Spanish edition, so Jack will be speaking in Spanish in just a moment. So John and his wife Mary have 4 children. They have 8 grandchildren. And we do thank him. And we give him our great thanks for the number of years, 1966 until present, that he has been professionally engaged in this fight. And it's a great sacrifice and a great dedication to preserving our liberty and our freedom here in America. We only wish we had 10,000 John McManus. And maybe you or someone in this room can become the next John McManus, to fight this battle, to carry on this generational fight for our liberty. So we not only invite you to join with us, but we invite you to pay some attention to what Jack is going to be talking about now. So with that, I'd like to introduce our good friend, John McManus. Folks, move around so you're comfortable.
Some of you folks over here in the corner want to pick up a chair and move it, do so.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I think you do. Okay.
What happened to the other?
That's for this, we don't need it. The speaker is good.
Okay. You folks will be able to see that you're all right, okay?
I encourage you to use it.
Well, thank you very much for that nice and warm welcome. I appreciate it very much. It's especially nice to be invited back to a place where you've spoken before, and people will still come. How many in the room, is there anybody who was at the 10th anniversary celebration of the John Birch Society? That would have been 1968. It was held in Indianapolis. Is there anybody in the room who was there? Well, I want to tell you something that happened there. It was a large crowd and very, very enthusiastic. And I've forgotten now exactly who the MC at the time was. It was probably William Grady from Milwaukee, who was one of Robert Welch's closest friends and a member of the original council. He finally looked over at Robert Welch, who was sitting to his side here, and he said, "Bob," he said, "have you ever joined the John Birch Society?" And Robert Welch jumped up out of his chair, ran over, pushed the guy out of the way, and got to the microphone, and he said, "No, I've always felt I could be more effective on the outside." At that point, there were 5 different men who wrote out a life membership check for Robert Welch to join the Birch Society. So as of 10 years after he started it, he finally became a member. Now, I also want to mention as I start here that a lot of members of the Birch Society over the last several months, wherever I am, have asked me, who do you think should be the nominee of the Republican Party to run against Hillary or Bernie? Bolshevik Bernie. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'm in favor of the one who says we should get out of the United Nations. And a sharp member of the society would say, well, none of them do. I said, you got it. You got it. I'm not in favor of any of them. We take our country back through the House of Representatives. If we take it back, that's where it has to begin. Okay? And please try to remember that. We are not going to steal the presidency from the conspiratorial apparatus that has such control over it. but they don't have control over down to the congressional level. So we take our country back. Now, when we get enough people in the House of Representatives, they will use Article 3, Section 1, whatever. All bills for raising revenue have to originate in the House of Representatives. If the House won't originate a bill to fund the Education Department, that's it.